Hello, thank you for joining RasPipKr tutorials. I'm Martin Parker, and in this part 7 of my home heating security control, I'm going to be continuing with my heating layout. Off camera I have changed the plus temperature buttons that I did have originally because they were not tall enough, so I've now got this one, which is 230 tall rather than 210, and the minus, no, it's not going to show it, temperature button same, it's just a different symbol there. So there's my two buttons that I've changed off camera. Right, so let's get the script on, and the Python script. Right, let's just show where we are. Right, so I want to click the heating. So we've got these buttons working very good. These are all there. I want to change these from being a big text box label area. I'm going to change them into an actual window. So that's going to be a window for there and a window over here. So let's get to the main heating menu. Right, so after the button of the program button, I'm just going to chuck this in just so it's easier to see where I am, because moving it around and stuff, and that's the spacer there. So I'm just going to pop one in here, so I'm concentrating in this little area here, so it's easier for me and yourself to watch. Right, so rather than putting these two labels for the temperature of upstairs via the sensor and the temperature via the downstairs in the living room, in the actual main window of this frame, like so, I'm going to put them into their own window. So I'm just going to call this up frame. No, I'll call this temp frame. This is going to be a tk.frame, and it's going to go into the disp frame, so it's an embedded frame inside. I'm going to have a background of black, and I'm going to put that into set that in via the grid method, and this wants to be on row 0, column equals column 1, just like these ones are here. Yeah, so just like that. I'm just going to put that in like that, and I'm going to have pad Y direction. I'm going to set that to have a 12 and leave that there for now. Right, so I've created my I need to do the row span equals 3, so that it's classed as, because that's row 0, 1, 2, so this window that I'm creating will be row 1, 2 and 3, so it's basically this whole area top to bottom. I don't think I need the paddy, to be fair, for that, so I'm going to change that. Rather than going to the side, I'm going to change that to be north and south, so it's going to stretch it out, because if there's nothing in it, it's not going to make any difference. So that's there. So now I've created that frame, I'm going to copy that, change that, and I'm going to change that. But to make it easier, I'm going to change using grid to .pack. I'm just going to chuck them in there, hash, wrong one. What a wally. I hope you noticed that, because I clearly didn't. Never mind. Some mistakes, you live and learn. Obviously I don't learn. So, right, so that one's done, that one's done. I need to put this into .pack as well. Right, so there, put in there, the height, I keep saying height for some reason. I don't need to set my width, so I'm going to change that. So I'm going to put that there, put that there. This is just a trial and error, but I'm pretty sure I should be fine. That wants to be black, because I'm going to set the foreground of grey. Change that to an F. Background equals black. And rather than having text as upstairs, I'm going to have text of, let's go with 20.5 degrees for upstairs. Yeah. So that's our temperature upstairs, and the temperature downstairs, that might be slightly warmer, so I'll go with 22.0. And I want to do my font, so I'm going to call this font digit font. So I've got them, I'll put that here. Font equals digit font, and I want that in here as well for this one. Font equals digit font. Right, up here I want to create my digit font, so I'm just going to copy that line. I'm not really using a date font, I could always get rid of it at a later date. Digit font equals, just put that in. Right, the size, I want the digit font to be a fair size, so I'm going to leave that as 44 for now, and I want to have a center font, because I know I'm not using the date font, so yeah, we'll change that. So censor font. Right, using that censor font, I'm going to put the actual text in for the being upstairs. So up label, oops, equals tk.label, because it's just going to be text. This is going to go into the temperature frame, or temp frame it's down as, and the text is equal to upstairs, no, landing, what shall I call it? I'll just put up for now. Can't think. Foreground is gonna equal to grey. I don't have to have the background there because I've got that set into there, so I can get rid of them too, to be fair. And now I need to put it in there, so I need up label dot pack, and that will just put it in. And now I need a label for downstairs. Right, so this is downstairs label, tk.label, up temp frame, and the text for this is going to be down. The foreground for the text colour I want to keep with the same layout as grey, and this is going to be down label dot pack, and that's all I'm going to put in for now. I need to actually do the font, don't I? Font equals sensor font. I need to put that with that one. Font equals sensor font. Right, it's all commented out where it needs to be. Let's give that a whirl, see how that goes. See if we're going to be okay or awful. And it's definitely awful. Temp frame. That's what I called it, isn't it? I need to sort the background on that. So, I did need that background in. So, background equals black. So, sort that out. Miss the colon. Temp frame, temp frame, temp frame. I don't understand. What's the problem there? So what's the problem? Down label. Temp frame is not defined. But that's below it, so it should be there. Isn't it great when you have fun? tk.label temp frame. Oh, capital. You know when it's looking right at you in the face. Jeez. Never mind. I'm sure you probably spotted it. So there I've got some text. But if you notice, if I move this over, these have moved over. So what I need to do is I make these, the text there isn't too bad, but I'm not going to have up and down. I want to change that. So let's change it. And the text was clearly too big for the sensor because I've got it set for the same size. So let's go for 20 on that. That one. Leave it for that for now. Right. Upstairs. Or landing. Actually, let's have a look at it. I don't think I like having the actual digital for the actual text, so I'm going to put that to normal text but keep this Celsius readings actually in a digital format. So let's change something like, probably something like that. So I'm just going to copy that for the sensor font, paste that in, and the size wants to be a little bit bigger. Put it for there, try that. I didn't change my digit font, sensor font. I put my text back in. What a wally. So landing, and this will be living room. Right. So I'm I think that one, I think it looks a bit better. So what I need to do is I need to move it down. So I need to have I want a spacer to go in between these, because I can only control the Y, the padding on that way. So I'm going to move them down. So that's pack there. So I think I just need to get rid of that. And it should just put it in the middle, like so. Right, so I'm going to put a spacer now, and then that will move that one up and move this one down. Right, so it needs to go here. So I'm going to call this temp spacer. tk.label, and this is going to go into the temp frame. It's not going to have any text, but I want to make sure that it's not going to upset anything in regards to my background, so I'm just going to put that there. So temp sensor dot pack, and that's there. And now all I need to do is in here put my padding for my Y axis. So I'm just going to put this to 30, see how that looks. Oh dear, what is going on? Temp sensor. So Martin, I can't spell. What am I doing? Why did I do that? I'm so professional. So there we go. So I've got my spacer in there and I've moved them about. I'm happy with that. I could put them a little bit bigger now, so I'll put that text a little bit bigger, and then I'll decide if I want to adjust the text font. So let's go for the digits, and let's put that to, see what 16 looks like. See, there's no, I'm not copying any script here, you can clearly see. I'm just going as I go along, and I'm alright with that. So this is double the size, so the text will be bigger for the set size, set temperature. The gap in there is looking good. There's always going to be the 3 digits, so even if I change these to ones, you'll see that the 1 comes to this side, and it's not gonna, well, just like then, that digit comes all the way over to here, so it does take up the full area. It's not going to jump it back and forth, and that's the one thing I liked about this text font, and that's why I got it. I did try another one, but when it was a 1, it shifted it all over, and it just looked awful. So that's that. Do I want to change the sensor text size? Should have looked at that. That to there, that to there. About right, I think. Anyhow, text size. I could put that slightly bigger, couldn't I? For the sensor. Put that for 20. Makes it a bit more readable, doesn't it? Right. That's it for this video. So we've got our temperature button sorted out. We've got our temperature sensors, sensor temperatures, sorry, for the landing and the living room in position. In the code, I just need to change them to text, string variables, and then get the reading from the actual sensor, and it will update them sensors displays. And I need to sort out the set temperature, which is going to be bigger text. So it's coming along okay. Thank you for watching part 7. I'll catch you in part 8. Thank you.